Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you guys had a really good weekend. Monday morning Demon Slayer once again. Seems like I'm probably gonna be the most tired on these days. I don't know about y'all, but Mondays always, there's just some extra level of needing to wake up. I think I made the joke last time that at least it's a little bit better with Demon Slayer, and it is a little bit better with Demon Slayer and making these videos in general. I think making these videos has been a lot of fun for me because it helps get me up before I go to my actual job, and it's something fun to start my day with. So even though it's early and tired, I definitely enjoy this, so I can't complain. But yeah, hope you all having a really good week. I think I mentioned this in my One Piece video, but I wanted to mention it here too, just in case there's any people who only watch Demon Slayer. But if y'all are any Haikyuu fans, check out the Haikyuu movie. It was really, really good. The animation was crazy. If it's in a theater near you, watch it. I think it's coming out on Crunchyroll pretty soon too though, but really, really well done. I'm not even a volleyball fan, and Haikyuu was the first sports anime I tried that, I was like, all right, I'm hooked. Now I appreciate much more about volleyball than I did back then. All right, let's get into character ratings. If y'all don't know how this works, usually at the end of every video, for every episode, every video, we assign an MVP category to the most valuable player or character. We do the character or characters with the funniest moment, and then the characters with the best moment in general. To recap last episode, we gave Tanjiro MVP, wholesome little Tanjiro, for aligning Tokido with the Demon Slayer trainees that were underneath him. They're kind of not really butting heads, but Tokido was being really hard on them. And Tanjiro was able to kind of align them through the paper plane air toss that they did towards the end of the episode, which was a good moment. We gave the best moment to just the Hashira in general with their fight. Oh, the fight was so sick. Between the Serpent and Wind Hashira and Tokido. I'm gonna remember their names at some point. I'll get it, guys. And then we gave the funniest moment to Tokido's crow for being an absolute freaking savage the whole time. It's funny, I had completely forgotten about Tokido's crow and how unique it is. All the crows are pretty unique in this show, but Tokido's crow is something else. If you all want to see more detail into why we assign those categories to those characters, or want a little bit more in-depth analysis, check out the review section of the last video, or stay tuned to the review section of this video. We go into more depth at the end around the episode, the characters, maybe some themes, whatnot, my thoughts and feelings on the episode. So if y'all are interested in that, stick around to the end. Or if you want to see the last ones, check out last episode. If y'all are new here and want to follow along for more, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, do all the YouTube sheet for me. We'd really appreciate it. But either way, love that y'all are here to watch with me. Makes my Monday morning better watching Demon Slayer with y'all. So that being said, let's go and get into this reaction. My humble abode. They're so happy together. Butter? I love how much she loves to gorge. Love a good gorge. Oh. Is that honey on it too? Oh my gosh. What the fuck, guys? Silly. A lot of times I wish I could just speak Japanese so I could sing along to the intros. Like I always find myself doing that with One Piece too. I want to sing along, or do an impersonation of one of the characters because they say something funny. Where's my? Oh no. They're gonna get a wide range of different kind of training. I forgot her crew has like a little bonnet thing on. Limp her up like there's no tomorrow. Is hell. Flexibility is hell, I can attest.
Kamado Tanjiro.
Kamado Tanjiro. Is he moving on already? Oh, there's my intro.
よろしくお願いします。
黙れ、殺すぞ。甘露寺からお前の話は聞いた。随分とまあ楽しく稽古をつけてもらったようだな。楽しく稽古をな。
甘露寺様からお手紙です。イグラさん、お元気ですか？今日は稽古後に炭治郎くんと一緒にお茶したんだよ。炭治郎くんって甘いもの食べても飲んでもほっぺた落ちちゃいそうになってて、とっても可愛いの。
Doesn't him and the love Hashir kind of have like a little thing going on?
俺は甘露寺のように甘くないからな。
しょっぱなからとてつもなく嫌われている。
From daily hate to the passion. This might be hellish. Woof.
お前にはこの障害物を避けつつ太刀を振るってもらう太刀筋強制だ。
はい。
Looks like a torture chamber, dude. Yeah.
このくくられている人たちは何か。
Did they commit this? Okay.
まあそうだな。弱い罪、覚えない罪、手間を取らせる罪、イラつかせる罪というところだ。
もうえらいこっちゃ。
これを持て。
Just don't waste this
見
time.
本を見せてやる。以上だ。
Huh?
あの
See, it's a
速
hit
さ
in
で
between.
大使たちの間を正確に振り抜けるなんて。
やってみろ。
当てないで。
Yeah, for real. That's a lot of pressure.
とっととやれ。
はい。
話にならん。
It's too slow.
それで稽古と言えるのか。俺が相手をしてやる。打ってこい。
Damn, about to get 1v1.
臆したな。
Yeah.
これじゃどうしようもない。行きます。狭いところでも正確に太刀を入れる。
呪い。
プロさんを相手に大使たちを気にしてちゃ。
立て仕切り直しだ。
世にも恐ろしい訓練開始。当たれば大怪我。このかわいそうな大使たちの間を縫ってイグロさんの攻撃が来る。
This poor guys, dude.
異様な曲がり方するんだもん。
What?
持ってるのは同じ木刀なのにどうしてこんなに。
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
狭い隙間でもぬるりと入ってくる攻撃。まさにヘビ。それに加えてやっぱりこの隙間を狙おうとした時の仲間の心の声。頼む頼む。これが本当に聞こえてきて精神をえぐる。
Tanjiro's so sensitive, dude.
今までにない緊張感で手がブルブル震えた。これは相当正確な太刀筋で刀を触れないと大惨事だ。
Ghastly.
ごめん。
That's funny.
かまど、お前あれだけ柱と稽古した後でよくやれるな。
It wasn't up to his expectations.
みんなに迷惑かけたくないから。
やるか、俺たちも。
Always inspiring, Tanjiro, man. Always.
これ傷にしみるだろうな。
Yeah, for real.
絶対痛い。
It's like getting in a hot tub with sunburn.
行くぞ。おう、みんなでな。
せーの。
呪い。そんな速さでは稽古の
Just imagine me when those other Demon Slayer trainees, how humiliating that'd be, just be freaking tied up as a prop, dude.
込みまで遅くなってどうする。
しみる。
呪い呪すぎる
This seems like it's his hardest training yet.
イグロさん
Damn,
の
that well
戦
on
いに
his
だけ
eye.
集中するんだ。実戦では木や岩に刀を引っ掛けたら命取り、障害物を避けて刀を振る。それと同じだ。
It's okay, so he's in vision, he's in a different space.
今までにない正確な立ち筋で打ち込めるようになってきた。
Ooh, I like that.
イグロさんの攻撃を避けて自分の方からも攻撃できる。
Ooh. Nice, Tanjiro.
攻撃が当たり、イグロさんの羽織の裾を切った時、訓練終了と言われる。ありがとうございました。
じゃあな
He's agitated.
慣れ慣れしく甘露寺と喋るな
最後
Like your chubs, yep.
見て悲しかった。なんで
He's definitely jealous.
品津川さんの道場こっちだっけ。
違う、そこの角を右だ。
Is he going to win his share now? Man, those are back-to-back pretty tough training sessions. Oh, it's been too long for Zensu.
逃がしてくれ。
Oh no.
何しろ何とぞ。逃げる。何から。もう足が立たないんだ。無理ないよ。
手を張ってきたんだ。気配を消してヤモリのように。
God damn it. Is it the win his share? Yep.
選べ訓練に戻るか俺に殺されるか
Or be killed.
うるさい
Oh my god.
ごめんな善逸。一緒に頑張ろうな。
Yeah, at least they get to suffer together.
今日から訓練に参加させてもらいます。よろしくお願いします。
調子乗んなよ俺はてめえを認めてねえからな
全然大丈夫です。
Yeah, he's probably the most resistant.
禰豆子刺したんで。
Yeah, same could be said to you, sir.
いい度胸だ
A good start. Great start to the relationship again. Oh man.
品津川さんの訓練は善逸がああなるのも分かるきつさだった。とにかく品津川さんに切りかかっていくという単純な打ち込み稽古だったが、けどぶちまけてそれまで休憩
Yeah,
なしだ
savage,
った。イグロさんですらもっと休憩をくれた。善逸は目覚めると親の敵のごとく俺を責めた。いでででごめんね。品津川さんは特に俺への当たりが強く、一瞬でも気を抜いたら大怪我して。
Damn, dude, he's savage. Oh,
ボコボコの
poor
ゲロ
Tanjiro's getting fucking wrecked.
心折れそうだな。
待ってくれよ兄貴
Oh,
話したいことがあるんだしつけえんだよ俺には弟なんていねえ
damn.
いい加減にしねえとぶち殺すぞ
うちの兄弟喧嘩と違う。降参か。
Dude, their backstory was so freaking sad, dude.
それからてめえは見たところ何の才覚もねえから鬼殺隊やめろ、呼吸も使えないようなやつが剣士を名乗ってんじゃねえ待ってくれよ兄貴ずっと俺は兄貴に謝りたくて
頑張れ玄也。玄也負けるな。
心底どうでもいいわうせろ、
Damn,
そんな
man.
俺鬼を食ってまで戦ってきたんだぜ、なんだと今なんつったてめえ鬼を
What the fuck?
玄也
Bro. Bro.
こんなことあと何日続くんだよ。
Damn, that was intense, dude.
戻ってきた戻ってきた。血も涙もない男が失神したふりだ。
Oh man, sounds ominous.
曲がったまがましい音はうわーおっさんが暴れてんのね。稽古
Old guy.
どういうつもりですか。玄也を殺す気か。
殺しゃしねえよ。再起不能にすんだよ。ただ
Just casually ruining beyond recovery.
ふざけんな。あなたにそこまでする権利ないだろう。さっき弟なんかいないって言っただろうが。玄也が何を選択したって口出しするな。才があろうがなかろうが命を懸けて鬼と戦うと決めてんだ。
Yeah.
兄貴じゃないって言うんなら絶対に俺は玄也の邪魔をさせない。玄也
Well said, Tanjiro.
再起不能になんかさせるもんか。
Yeah, dude, Genya played a huge role last season. Have you taken on an upper rank?
てめえから再起不能だ。
Oh man, here we go. Dude, Tanjiro's already messed up too.
こいつ止めやがった。
Oh, let's go.
一発入れた。
Listen, Tanjiro knows how to land a blow on the win this year.
バカお前バカ名前呼ぶなバカ。もっと誕生。
Damn, he's so quick.
ただけで耳が切れるケリー。
いい度胸してるぜてめえは。死にてえようだから。
待ってくれ兄貴。炭治郎は関係ない。逃げるぞ。誰だお前話せよ。
あれお前の兄貴かよ。完全に異常者じゃん。気の毒に。
Yeah, Zensu can relate.
この後はもうグッ
This turned into quite the training session.
乱闘が続き上から正式にお叱りを受け風柱との修行は中断。
Oh no.
俺は結局品津川兄弟の仲を取り持つことはできなかった。
Damn, that fucking sucks, dude.
朝もまだくっきりしないし修行の成果出てないな。風のおっさんとやり合えたじゃんか。すげえよ。そうかな。
Damn.
てかまだ山奥なの。岩柱の家バカじゃないの。
もうそろそろじゃないかな。これは滝だ。
Wow, that's pretty, dude. Good old Demon Slayer animation.
一時物体シャイ国技術技術
人と滅却すれば火もまた涼し
Ooh, that's badass, dude.
い。ようこそ我が修行場へ。
Dude, let's go. We haven't seen like any of him like at all of fighting or whatnot. I'm excited to see, what his abilities are and stuff. He's always seemed really strong.
今回はイグロさんを紹介します。
まだいたのか。まさか甘露寺にまたちょっかいを。さっさと始め。
I'm only here to tell a Taisho air secret.
イグロさんの連れている蛇の名前はカブラマルです。左右の瞳の色が違うのは生まれつきなんだって。
All right, everyone, let's talk some Demon Slayer episode 5. Good episode overall. It was fun to see some characters we haven't seen in a little bit, such as the Love Hashira. I think they pronounce her name Kanroji. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but really fun to see her again. I loved her backstory and stuff in the Swordsmith Village arc. But it was kind of funny to be reminded of her her love of food, almost a little gluttonous from the Love of Shira. But I just love, her whole interaction with Tanjiro and be like, we have to have pancakes and black tea and you have to put butter on it. It's gonna be so good. And Tanjiro's never had pancakes before. And just what the pancakes with the butter and the honey, I was like, oof, that looks so damn good. And she fed it to Tanjiro himself and Tanjiro's blushing. He's just enjoying every moment of this. But that kind of ends up setting him a little bit back because Love Hashira a little ignorantly sends Iguro a letter about her training with Tanjiro and how Tanjiro always looks so happy when she's feeding him. I thought that was really, really funny. And obviously, Iguro doesn't seem to like that very much. If I remember correctly, they definitely hinted that they have a little bit of a love connection. And that kind of shows here too, because he's definitely a bit jealous. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the training, because we get 2 more trainings, or really 3 training sessions in this arc. So we get a lot more. We get Kanroji's training, which is focused on flexibility, very short part of the episode. We get Iguro's, which is focused more on like sword technique and like striking in a very like small space, like small window of opportunity, and there's lots of, you have to be very precise with it. And then we get Saneme's also, which has to do with striking and just absolute fighting, of course. But I really have enjoyed how this arc, all these years have had slightly different kind of training styles, and it seems to be centered around their breathing styles to a degree. For example, Tengen's, there's lots of general training in there, and I think all of them have that general training, but the exercise with them going into the woods at night and it kind of being focused on hearing more, he's the sound shearer, and you have to be able to hone those skills and can't just rely on your eyesight, or you got to hone your eyesight to be able to see at night too, right? I thought that was really cool. And then we get more of Tokido, and his is kind of more around like the mindset of that you need to be in when you're in a life and death situation. How do you respond to, your comrades getting taken down, all these things. And then we get Kanroji's focused on flexibility and how that helps you, be precise and make the most out of your strikes. We get Iguro's, which is all about, that very precision striking, which I really loved that exercise. It was a little savage how, he tied up all the Demon Slayer trainees in between, where Tanjiro had to strike. Even though it's a bit savage and a little intense, it actually is like a really good training drill, because, you have to consider, your environment and the people around you while you're in a fight, right? And we see that a lot in this series, where Tanjiro's had to defend people, whether it's civilians or other Demon Slayers when they're in danger. He's trying to defend people while he's attacking at the same time. And you have to be really precise, can't hesitate at all in those situations. And you see Tanjiro struggling with that here, right? He's very focused on all the Demon Slayers who are lined up there, and he doesn't want to accidentally hurt one of them, right? But that's kind of the point of it, is you're supposed to be in a situation where it's easy to get distracted and to not focus on what your goal is, which is to actually deliver a precise strike against your opponent without, messing up and hitting something else. But I thought this drill was really, really well done, and it makes a lot of sense that they should be practicing this. But we can see during this drill, I think it takes Tanjiro about 4 or 5 days, so a little bit longer than some of the other sessions, but he is able to kind of overcome this drill by actually focusing on his opponent, right? Not letting the distraction of the Demon Slayers or the people that he's needs to be cognizant of get in his way of actually focusing still, right? So he imagines himself in more of a wooded area against Iguro, and that fight sequence was really, really cool. Just such really beautiful animation, as always. You guys will hear me say this every time, but Demon Slayers fight sequences are always so beautiful to watch. It's always exciting. But I really loved that fight sequence with them. I love the depiction of Iguro's serpent-like strikes, how precise they are. It lines up with the drill really well. But from this, Tanjiro's able to land a blow on Iguro, and from there, he passes his training. Iguro obviously still doesn't really like him too much. Him and Sanemi have always kind of been the two that have been the most resistant to Tanjiro because of Nezuko. But in this case, it's not getting any better, especially with Iguro, kind of thinking that Tanjiro's out for his girl. And from there, we transition to some training with Sanemi and a little bit more, background with Sanemi and Genya. Really, really interesting. And we see a good old character we haven't seen a bit, Mr. Zensu himself, Crazy Zensu, comes in typical Zensu fashion, screaming like a madman. I'll have to say, my ears have enjoyed the break, but I'm happy to see Zensu. I'm happy to have him back in here. I thought the scene with him crawling around like a lizard, he said, you know, trying to hide its presence like a lizard. I thought that was really funny. But it's good to see him. It's good to see him back. But yeah, Zensu and Tanjiro are now training with Sanemi, and Sanemi is being brutal. You know, he's training them till they throw up or they pass out. Like, you know, it's not surprising at all that Sanemi is the one who's teaching them this way. But you know, during the training, we get a little scene with Genya and Sanemi, or Tanjiro overhearing them talking. And that interaction was a really good moment in the episode. Really sad, but you know, Genya's trying to find a moment to apologize to Sanemi. And you know, from the start, he's calling him big brother, and Saneme's like, I don't acknowledge you as a brother. Stop talking to me, I don't care. And you know, Genya's trying to apologize to him, but Sanemi he says he could care less, right? He doesn't want to hear what Genya has to say. And honestly, I don't really blame Sanemi too much. If I remember the backstory correctly from the last season, I think the you know, the tension that is present between the brothers is from of how their mom and his family was killed, right? So if I'm remembering correctly, Sanemi has to end up killing their mother, who turned into a demon, right? And you know, Genya blames Sanemi for having to kill their mom without really realizing the circumstances of, you know, that the mom herself was the one who turned into a demon, who was, you know, threatening their family. And you know, from that point on, you know, there was something Genya specifically said. Like, I think Genya might have disowned Sanemi as a brother, like he kind of outcasted him from the family at that point on. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. Let me know if I'm missing something though in the comments, because I remember that backstory being very, very sad, and I think it obviously shows itself here, right, where Sanemi is very, very hurt from all that still and doesn't want to acknowledge Genya. And Sanemi doesn't necessarily deal with these things in the right way, where it comes out in anger, right? It comes out in a lot of anger. It doesn't come out in sadness. It's, you know, it seems like he's revolted to Genya at this point. But it's crazy because Genya, you know, as Sanemi's running away, Genya says, hey, I've even eaten demons to keep on fighting, to keep going. He's trying to make up for, you know, the mistakes he's made, and that throws Sanemi off the wall. He gets so angry. He comes right for Genya, and luckily Tanjiro's there, because he was about to, I mean, looks like he was just gonna poke him in the eyes, but if Shira is doing that to you, he might be gouging out your eyes at that point, right? And we get a really cool little fight sequence between Sanemi and Tanjiro. But before that, I really, really loved what Tanjiro had to say about Sanemi. You know, Sanemi says, well, I can't kill you, but I can hurt you to the point enough where you need to basically stop being a demon slayer. And Tanjiro's like, you have no right to do that. You just rejected, you know, Genya being your brother at all. You can't make any decisions for him at all. You have no right to that when you've disqualified him from even being your family member at this point, not listening to him. And I think that's a really, really good point. Like, you know, no one ever really has a right to say what you should or shouldn't do or tell you the path you should go on, but definitely not somebody who is a family member who doesn't actually care for you or who has ignored you in the past. You know, they have no right to tell you. They don't have any ground to stand on at all. But I just love that Tanjiro is able to be between them in this moment, because I think Sanemi would have really hurt Genya even more. And Tanjiro is 100% right here. And obviously Sanemi doesn't like what Tanjiro has to say, and they start fighting. That was a really cool little fight sequence. Once again, Tanjiro is able to deliver a blow against the Wind Hashira. I love that. It wasn't a one-time little thing where he headbutted him. He was able to block his punch, which that part was sick, and then deliver a kick right in his head. So I'm always here for it if the Wind Hashira gets a little roughhouse from Tanjiro for being just a little prick, dude. But from this, you know, Tanjiro gets a little bit of a punishment for this. It seems like they suspend the rest of his training with Sanemi. Just doesn't seem worth it to have those two near each other because they're gonna butt heads. I don't really blame Tanjiro in this case. I think this is definitely more on Sanemi. And Genya to sort out, and Tanjiro is kind of just trying to defuse the situation and protect a friend, but he does end up getting the short end of the stick. One thing I forgot to mention too was that, you know, when Tanjiro defends Genya, you know, verbally, by, you know, kind of pushing back on Sanemi with the whole brother thing, he also gives credit to Genya and his abilities, right? He says we wouldn't be able to defeat the upper ranked demons back in the Swordsmith Village arc if it wasn't for Genya. Genya played a huge role, and yeah, he wasn't the person to defeat them, but he was a huge part of the teamwork to be able to overcome upper four, right? It's not something that you can just disqualify just because he doesn't know how to do breathing techniques. He was a huge integral part of that. And Sanemi needs to acknowledge that. He can't just dismiss him because of his lack of breathing techniques, right? But we end off with Tanjiro and Zensu going to a new training session. I don't remember I think it's the Stone Hashira. I don't remember his name. Apologies for that. But I'm really excited for this one because the Stone Hashira has always seemed like he would be one of the strongest ones. I don't know what the actual ranking of all of them are, but I believe he, just based off what he looks like and like kind of his demeanor and how calm he is, that he would be one of the strongest ones. And also super badass way to enter where Inosuke and the rest of the Demon Slayers are under that waterfall and the Stone Hashira is like in this fire pit, just saying some mantras or some shit. It seemed really cool. And I am really excited to see Inosuke. Inosuke is one of my favorite characters, so it's gonna be good to have our Brutus boar back in our hands. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into character ratings. I'm gonna give MVP to Iguro in this episode. I really liked the drill that they did. Even though it was a little savage, I think that's a really, really practical drill for the Demon Slayers to all do, because it's a very common scenario that you're gonna have to be defending somebody while you're fighting a demon, or maybe the demon has taken someone hostage. You have to be really precise. I think that's such a good drill for all the Demon Slayers to go through to get, just to kind of increase the precisions with their swordplay. Best moment I'm gonna give to Tanjiro in his speech to Sanemi while he's defending Genya, talking about Sanemi just owning him as a brother and that he has no right to say that, but he also giving credit to Genya and how he did help bring down the upper moons in the last arc. I just thought that was a really great moment for Tanjiro to stick up for his friend. I think it was a really good moment. Lastly, funniest moment, it's gotta go to Zensu in one of his most ridiculous things. What comes to mind is when he pretends to faint. He's like, oh, the beast is back, pretend to faint. I thought that was funny. But I think the funniest part was when he first pops up and he's describing how he snuck away from Sanemi, like he was hiding his presence as a lizard. He's climbing around all the walls. I thought that was really well done. But yeah, I think that will do for this reaction and review. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments down below. Let me know if I'm missing anything about, the Shira or the backstory. It's been a little bit since I've seen the Swordsmith Village arc, so help remind me if I did miss anything. And yeah, I appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. If you want to follow them for more, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all the YouTube shit for me. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.